Well, welcome viewers. Dr. J.W. Ayub, pro-theologist channel, theologist since 1994. We're in the life of Muhammad and the verified revelation structure of the people of the book. Can't say we're completely unscathed, but we've made it to episode 20 relatively safely. The inherited shield of the Islamic ideology. Children rarely inherit theology first. They inherit atmospheres, rooms, silences. The sound of conversations tighten before certain questions are allowed to finish forming. And in the previous episode, viewers, the narrative itself began protecting unresolved contradiction through emotional filtration and conscious negotiation. In this episode, that protection becomes generational, inherited, quietly passed from grandfather to father, father to child, not always through formal teaching, often through behaviour. A child notices things long before he understands them, and a lowered voice during religious discussion. The way a father chews or stops chewing when comparison enters the room between Muhammad's emerging Islamic ideology revelation structure and the prophetic witness already carried among the people of the book. Nobody explains the tension directly. The room already answered. The teacups slow, eyes lower. The ceiling fan suddenly sounds louder than the conversation. But no discussion follows, and the child learns something important before doctrine is fully formed. Some conclusions become emotionally dangerous before they are historically examined. And viewers, that's how inherited shielding begins. Not merely through information, through nervous system conditioning. Grandfather survived through it all loyalty. He survived the loyalty of it all. The father inherited caution, and the child inherited silence before he inherited doctrine. Because once preservation of the structure becomes fused to belonging, ancestry, spiritual safety, and family honour, examination itself begins feeling like betrayal before evidence has fully been weighed. Nobody says, "Do not investigate." The atmosphere says it instead, very effectively. And years later, the pattern still follows the child into adulthood. A contradiction produces anxiety before investigation. A comparison with biblical prophetic continuity immediately feels unsafe. A difficult question feels spiritually disloyal before it's even answered. And the confusion deepens because the Muslim is often placed between two structures at once. On the one side, Islam acknowledges the people of the book as carriers of prior revelation. On the other side, Muhammad's latest claims increasingly governs how the earlier witnesses may be interpreted. But viewers, that creates the paradox. The Muslim is taught to respect the people of the book, while simultaneously distrusting the very witness capable of examining Islam itself. The room grows cautious, a chair shifts against the floor, because once the earlier witness is honoured in the name, but restricted in authority, the Muslim can become spiritually and psychologically divided between reverence for prior revelation and resistance to what that revelation may verify. Islam acknowledges the people of the book, yet restricts the governing authority of their witness whenever that witness begins testing Muhammad's later claim. And viewers, that is the inherited shield. Not mere family loyalty, an inherited protection system surrounding two competing authority structures. The earlier verified prophetic witness and the later Islamic interpretive control placed over that witness. The Bible revelation structure repeatedly moved differently. The prophets confronted Israel publicly. The covenant witness endured examination openly. And the apostolic witness surrounding the Lord Jesus Christ repeatedly called people into verification rather than inherited emotional protection. 1 Thessalonians 5:21 from the New Testament reads, "Test all things, hold fast what is good." Because verified revelation does not require children conditioned to fear comparison before examination concludes, truth can survive scrutiny. But once identity becomes emotionally fused to inherited protection, conscience itself begins negotiating against truth pressure internally. And that fracture rarely appears dramatically externally. The room simply becomes quieter. The child learns what must remain untouched. The spoon touches the glass louder than before. Nobody explained the rule, but everybody inherited it. I'm Dr. J.W. Ayub, theologist since 1994. Like, share, subscribe, comment to educate me, and I'll see you in episode 21. Bye for now.